Holy crap, the last course of the last wall. Good morning, guys. So, as you've seen from that little intro video, I have the block wall done. Well, I was on my last course, but it's done now. It's been a pretty productive weekend. My hair is looking crazy as ever. It's been a really productive weekend. Got a lot done on the block wall, as you can see. It is completely done. So now what I'm going to be doing is filling the wall with concrete so that I can start doing the framing. So I decided to just go ahead and use up my bags of concrete that I had, because I had about a dozen or so bags left. Rather than ordering concrete, it's going to end up being maybe slightly more doing it, with the bags. But by the time I order concrete with a 5-yard minimum and I pay for someone with a pumper, concrete pumper to come, it's probably going to end up being about the same. And of course, buying the bags, it's going to take longer. So, because I'm going to just have to buy them, as I can afford to, payday to payday, whatever. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be episode 12. I think we're on 12. So many already. Episode 12 of the garage shop build, or more like the shop build, workshop build. I'm just saying it's a garage because there's a garage door, but it's not really a garage. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. All right, so you saw in that time lapse, I made a little trough sled that basically fit on top of this, and I was using that to dump the concrete in, and then I'd slide it along to the next few holes, and then the next few holes, and so on. So you can see I have all of this done. These ones were previously filled, these 4. So now I have all the way up to this point, which is just about halfway, a little over halfway. And you can see some red lines here, so this is where there's going to be an interior wall. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to build this back wall in 2 sections. So this section here I wanted to get filled so that I could start on this wall. So in this video I'm going to be building this wall here, which is going to be my first 12-foot wall, and then this wall here, which is going to be 12 feet also, but off of the 4-foot stem wall or block wall. So that is going to come up to this point, which is where this wall is going to be. This portion here is going to end up being taller, which I talked about a little bit in my last video. So I'm going to, I decided I'm going to end up adding a second floor here. So essentially there will be an 8-foot ceiling in here, which will be the floor of the next level. And then it'll go up 8 feet from there. So I think it'll end up being possibly 17 feet total, depending on what I use for my floor joists. And the floor is actually going to extend all the way out. So where this wall ends, I'm going to come out, there will be a post out here that'll go up. So this whole section is going to be kind of a loft area. And then that'll just go up to where the 12-foot roof is. So that area is going to be mostly just for storage and stuff. But then where that red line is, where this wall is going to end, this wall will end up going all the way up above the roof line here, if that makes sense, to create the room up above. Over here is another set of red lines, so that's going to be the other wall here. So this is going to end up being a 6 foot by 8 foot room here. And then another set of red lines. This is going to end up being a 6 foot by 6 foot room. That's going to be my grinding room. The stairs will be here, so it'll be a, about a 3 foot set of stairs going up and then up this way to where the office area is. Anyway, it'll start to make sense, I guess, as I build it. So what's going to be the focus of this video is going to be building this wall and then hopefully getting this wall too. We'll see how long it takes to get through all this, but that's going to be the next part. Also, I got, as you can see here, I got this Masonry waterproofer. Basically, I'm going to be painting all of the block walls with this, and I'm going to paint it on the inside and outside. Excuse me. So it will end up being a, it's like a flat white finish. So it'll be all the way around, inside and out will be flat white. And then I also got some house wrap. You see the roll there. So once this wall is up here, I can start wrapping this stuff to kind of, try and keep the water out of here a little bit better. Because as I start getting the walls up, I don't want to be having to sweep out a pool of water every time I come in here. Eventually, it won't happen anymore. Just a matter of getting the walls up and getting the house wrap on. So the wall up here, I also filled this section here, which I don't know if this is going to happen in this video or not, but I want to get this section of wall built as well. And this is going to be a short section. It's basically going to come up to this spot here. As you can see, I have 2 anchors in there. I want to get this section built so that I could get the other side of my header slot in, so that I can actually put my header in and complete this front section here. So with this built there, and then of course these 2 sections back there, I can actually start to figure out my roof truss and my, I guess, the slope of the roof. I'm thinking it's going to be around a 12.2, which is a pretty, it's not very steep at all. So we'll see how it goes. I may end up increasing this, going up to say 13 feet, if I need more of a slope on here. So again, I'll have to figure that out. If that does happen, I'll end up just adding a 1 foot stepper on the back to bring the roof up to where I need it. So we'll see how it's all gonna come together. Again, I'm just building this thing in my head. So that was 5 minutes of talking. Let's get some work done. All right, so I just added the vertical sill plate here. And then of course I will continue with the sill plate on top of here. I gotta wait until that stuff dries totally first. So it'll be tomorrow or the next day. Actually, I have to go buy more sill plate too, so I don't even have any at the moment. But I wanted to get this vertical piece on because now I can get my measurement of the size of this wall. So basically from here to the outside corner. And this wall is going to be a little different because as I build it up, there will be an L right here, and then the wall will continue up. And the reason for that is because when I put my top cap on here, I want the top cap to tie into this wall. And then there's going to be another wall built on top of this, which is going to have the roof line coming down. So it'll be a big triangular shape wall. So when that happens, that will also extend out here and then attach into this wall too. So it'll be kind of more interlocking. It'll make it stronger. And then another thing I'm going to have to do, I have some banding. So this whole wall, which I'll see once I attach this wall if it straightens out. But if not, the whole wall is leaning this way a little bit. So you fix that by using banding, which is basically a big metal strip with holes in it. So what I'll do is I'll attach it up here. I'll bring it down to this corner here. I'll pull the wall with a strap or something to make it so that it's plumb. And then once it's plumb, then I'll start screwing in along all these rafters all the way down to the bottom point. And what that does is that piece of strapping keeps the wall, plumb. So anyway, I'm gonna get this measured out and start getting the layout set up for the wall. Can I help you? Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, go play now. All right. Doing everything in time lapse is so much faster. So I dropped in my window here. It's of course not attached. Just checking the fit. There's going to be 2 windows, and those windows are basically going to be just above the 9-foot mark. I want them high up so that when I have the door open here, I hopefully will get a nice breeze going through there, drawing the heat out of the top of the shop, because this is going to be a shed style roof. The only thing that didn't happen in the time lapse was this little piece, which I had talked about before. So this is basically going to go just on the other side of this wall and lock in, and then my top cap will come across this whole wall and then lock into that. So this is ready to go up. Actually, I need to still drill the holes in there for the anchors, and then I guess I need to see if my neighbors are around because this looks heavy. Oh yeah. So the wall is up. Whew, looks so tall. So that is basically going to be the top of my roof line, I guess, if you look at it as an angle down to here. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to be sufficient as far as slope. The wall is not completely tied in yet. As you can see, it's away from here, so the whole wall is kind of leaning this way, so I need to bring it back and attach it here. I have a few nails right here on the inside. I have the bolts on the bottom, so I'm going to just start securing this. And then getting ready to put the top cap on will be the next thing, which I'm not sure if I'll do that today or not. Whew. My wife and I actually lifted this. Well, she kind of braced it and I did most of the lifting, but yeah, I definitely couldn't have done it without her out here though. Thanks, baby. All right. So you saw in that last time lapse, I got my top cap on. So now all 3 of these walls are locked together because the top cap overlaps on this side. It overlaps on that side. I have this wall fully secured in now. I have all the anchors down there. I have screws in there. I have all the nails in here all the way up. I got some screws over here on this side. So that is, it's not pulled completely tight, and that's because it was a little, it's actually, when it's plumb, there's actually a slight gap in there. So I pulled it a little bit tighter, just to keep it that, keep it tight to here. And then I'll have to, if it is still out of plumb a little bit, I'll have to fix that with strapping. So yeah, man, stoked to get this done. This wall gives me, I guess, a lot more spatial awareness to kind of see how this is going to be. Yeah, so now I got to get all this tarp back up because I still need to keep this area dry for now. This side is still going to be exposed for now until I can get house wrap put up on this. So I'm not sure when that's going to be because I'm going to have to do this wall. I'm going to have to do the wall over here before I can start doing some house wrap. And then I plan to take this tarp and actually, instead of having a peak, I'm just going to make it straight and have it go from the top up there to the bottom down here, and hopefully it reaches, but we'll see. I may end up having to get a little bit bigger tarp. So yeah, let me get this tarp back in place. Oh, that was a long day, but man, I got a lot done. Yeah, I'm one of those clean shop, workshop guys. I don't even have a workshop yet, and I bet I've swept this place like 200 times. It's kind of ridiculous. So, I think that's going to wrap up this video. It's nice to be doing something besides working on the block wall. Even though I was doing a little bit of that in the beginning of the video, but yeah, I mean, I got those sections filled with concrete. That way in the next day or two, or a couple days, I don't know, I might take a couple days off because I feel like I've been working on this block wall forever. So yeah. So I got this whole wall up behind me, as you can see. I got my canopy back on. I want to focus on getting the next section on both sides done. Those are going to end up being about, I think maybe a 6-foot section on the front side and an 8-foot section on the back side. 8 or 10, I got to measure it out still. And then I can work on getting my threshold over the garage door put in, because I really want to get that done, because once I have that set up, then I can start figuring out what I'm going to need to do for my trusses. Most likely going to be 2x12s. I'm going to build it strong because I, of course, down the road plan on putting solar on the roof. So it'll probably be 16-inch on center, 2x12s for the trusses. So we put in an order for our deck for basically all the framework. So I'll probably have one more video here of the garage shop build, and then I'll probably switch over to the deck. And I don't know if that's going to be you know, 1 day or 2 day, or you know, 1 video, 2 video build. I know that we're going to be ordering Trex decking system, and that's going to be, we haven't even ordered it yet, but it's going to be 6 weeks before it gets here. So yeah. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the money that we had saved up for projects is going to be gone now. So the rest of the shop build is probably going to be slow going. I will, you know, of course try, I want to get it done as fast as I can, but you know, money's always an issue. So I'm going to try and pick up some handyman jobs, make a little extra money to buy materials for my own projects. So yeah. Whew, I'm tired. I look tired this whole video. I need some rest. But I'll get it. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this video up. I want to say, you guys, thank you as always for watching. Please subscribe, please like, and I will see you guys on the next video. Aloha.